Good morning. Whew. We got 56 degrees, about 30 mile an hour winds, Santa Ana winds. So it'll clear out all this, kick up all the dust, but it'll get cleared out pretty quickly. Boy, I wouldn't want to be on that. Look at that. That guy's probably moving around pretty good. That's pretty dangerous in the wind right now. Yeah, you can see. It's like, should we be up here? Look at those palm trees. Not the smartest decision to do that in the wind. Anyway, hope you all having a great day. I'm off to get my 5-mile walk in 3 days a week. I'm actually gonna start a little bit more. I'm gonna be going 5 days a week. Hopefully it's the same time every day. So there's my alarm to leave to go meet Ed. I met Ed at the church. He was the first person that remembered my name, and I thought that was pretty cool. So we've been pretty good friends since then. It's been almost a year, coming up on a year of me going to church every week. It's been a good routine for me. It's got me around people again, and you know, I got sick, and after COVID no one was around each other, then I got sick, and it's been healthy. But I'm losing weight. I'm down about 10 pounds, so that's good. We'll see how keep going. I got 60 more to go, but I started doing some rough calculations on what I have to do to finish my property in Arkansas. So I assume the next steps were going to be the perk test, septic tank, water well. We're looking at about 20 grand. So if I start these flea markets, save $1,500 to $2,000 a month, that's going to be 24 a year. Hypothetically, I can have my septic and water well. That's a lot of money. That's not even the workshop. The idea was create a workshop / living quarters, and we're 2 to 4 years out just saving the cash. Don't want to go into debt with it. I don't want to fall behind or have any reason to lose that property. So it's still a long ways out. The only way I can really ramp it up is when I start doing storage lockers again. So I can triple my income fairly quickly buying the right lockers. So about 5 years ago I was doing storage lockers. I probably did about 35 total, and obviously I was a greenhorn. Greenhorns are someone that's new at something, and I dove into it, and I filled every room up in my home with inventory, and it was an eye-opener. I didn't really, I didn't understand you had to work flea markets every week, and you had to separate and find vendors that like buying certain items. Like, you would have your certain vendors always on speed dial. Doing that and having eBay store and having flea market, and you just keep rotating and sourcing items. Watching these guys at the Golden West flea market really open your eyes. They don't even, they put everything in the box truck that they think they can sell, and then they actually separate the boxes there and in person before they put it on the tables. So it's like they probably separate the larger items away from the box truck, and then everything that's left in the box truck is for the flea market, so they don't have to move it. And that's one of the biggest things I learned about storage lockers. If you move it more than 3 times, you should just donate it, because you're moving things quite a bit to find room, to make room. It looks like I'm going to be doing storage lockers. I'm gonna do it because I want to build this home, and between the septic tank, the clearing of the land, leveling the land, the water, the well, the workshop, $23,000, electricity hookup and the wiring in the workshop, $5,000. You got $7,000 well, or $5,000 water well, $7,000 septic tank. And then I have a skeleton to live in because the workshop won't be built out yet. The goal is to build a workshop and then build a home 10 years later, once I have 100, 200,000 items in my stores, and I'm out there. At that point, I'll be making the money from the eBay stores. They actually, the main strip that my property is off has like 20 all year long, like garage sales, and it's a haven for thrifting and resellers. And I've been back there before where I was just shocked. I was like, wow, what a great score, you know, like, so I'll be able to get rid of like items I don't want to sell at eBay. So that was kind of cool. So I got a plan. It's to finish the workshop, the foundation of the home, which would be masonry bricks, and the piping goes to underneath that, and just let it sit. A livable quarters in the workshop, basic kitchen, bath, shower, bedroom, all in one line, kind of the same size as my mobile home in the workshop. Insulation in the workshop, rocks, fencing. If I do buy one of those small, they're the Chinese little dozers that do lightweight digging, and I could do most of the dirt moving and leveling and at the right time. That would be kind of fun. That'd be good. And so we're almost at $100,000, and the only thing I would have to do would be actually finish the main home 10 years from now. So I'm 54, 64. So we're there in 3 years. We're starting this. Within 7 years, I start finalizing my home, and that's making the money. You know, I won't have rent. I won't have $2,400 a month in bills. I'll have, you know, less. I'll be in a RV or maybe a trailer, winterized, and I already have a storage shed for the inventory, so I could rough it out and focus on the correct car and the correct trailer. That'll be about another 10 or 15 grand. So I'm a long ways. I mean, you start adding all this stuff up, it's expensive to have no rent, you know, have property tax. So I'm going for it. I gotta go for it. I've been wanting this for years. I wanna try to do as much of the work as I can on top of being a reseller. You know, now I'm buying inventory online. I'm gonna continue to target inventory I want to sell on eBay. And once I start getting into storage lockers again, and 90% of the storage locker, you know, 10% of it's probably trash, and then 90% has to be gone through, and I would say maybe 10 to 15% will probably be eBay, and then the rest is going to be flea markets. I'll have 2 different flea markets I'll go to. I'll start most of the week. I'll be working on prepping and preparing for the flea market. eBay will be not much of a, I mean, if I do it correctly and I have enough products lined up, I can have things scheduled out and the heartbeat will still be going. You know, I can answer messages during the day, pull inventory at night, a couple hours. You know, just, it's going to be, I'm going to push it to be the 3rd revenue stream. So I got a plan. So now I gotta make a better Excel sheet. I gotta project. I gotta ask AI to help me figure out how much a month I have to save. And remember, as I get to a point where I have 50,000, 100,000 orders listings in my eBay store, I'm already at $2,500 dollars a month in gross on eBay, selling smalls. We're not trying to sell large items, all small things that people want to remember their story or places they've been to, just very minor small items. So when I get to 100,000 units, well, I got 1,500 units, 15,000 units now. I'm generating 2,000 gross. What happens when I have 100,000? You know, is it 6,000, 7,000? So it magnifies quickly as the store gets bigger. I'm extracting all the larger items, the lots of magazine. I'm lotting up as many magazines as I can and find a good price point so I can make more room for smaller items. Magazines weigh between 8 and 15 ounces, you know, and I want to find things that are 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 4 ounces max. The next year, most of my lots are going to be done, and everything I buy for the eBay inventory will be very small. Like I just bought 300 items online. I paid $125. Well, these, should I go? Yeah, I should go because it's big. So I bought military patches, tokens that are military tokens. They went pretty cheap, you know, like I would have paid $100, $200. I probably would have paid $200 for that here in Orange County. But I actually paid $125 all in and shipping, where, you know, I'm pretty stoked about that because I saw about 15 of these tokens worth $25 or more. So, and then the patches are just long leaders. I list them for $15 and people send me a little offer. It just keeps the heartbeat of the store going because they're super light and there's really, it's a great just rhythm. So once I get to 100,000 units in the store, I'm gonna project $15,000 to $20,000 gross, and this whole story magnifies on top of me doing my flea market. So I'm not worried about, you know, like where I'm at right now and where I'll be in 3 years. It'd be a big difference. I'll be almost saved for the septic tank. I want to be there for the septic tank. I want to be there for the well. I want to be there for the leveling of the trailer. So this storage container is going to have to hold all my light inventory, and I'll have to have a trailer. So that first year, I'm going to be roughing it. I mean, I'm going to have to go into town and take a shower at the gym. I'll have to take the trailer to the dump my sewage. You know, it's going to be real fun for me. It's like I don't have any children. It's just what, you know, in 5 years from now, I'll be almost halfway through this process. I'll have over 100,000 in the inventory. Once we get to 100,000 pieces in the eBay store, it really changes everything for me. My expenses here, you know, I can cover my expenses here with no problems at all. I won't be rushed to leave. You know, I'll be doing it at my pace. The goal is, you know, for my goal, I'm 54, 57, 58. I'll have 10 to 20 good years out there to hopefully to do what I want, and then, you know, maybe I meet somebody. You just never know. So thanks for listening to this. I had to reset and think about my goals and how I start breaking down all the pricing. You know, one real cool thing. Look at this wind. I found an auction house that sells barns and workshops that don't sell for the newest like year, and they auction them off. And I was just shocked. I'm like, there's the barn I want. The one I was like pricing for $23,000, it sold for like $8,000. And this is a metal barn. This is like structure for snow. Of course, I'm not going to be the person building it. The internal work I could do. I would love to do the woodwork, framing inside for the living quarters until the home is done. But I have to get, stay on top of my eBay orders. I got to keep shipping them. And living out there is 50 to 60 cents cheaper shipping to the coast, both coasts, New York and California. So something else to think about. I'll be saving money by me being out there because I'm not shipping to New York. 20 of my orders are always East Coast. Oh, $6 shipping. But if you're from Arkansas, it's $4.75. It's a huge difference. So, all right, I'm waiting for my buddy. Maybe I'll split in some walk video, but it's pretty windy. You'll see if it's after this clip, you'll see me walking. All right.
5 million.
Hit up a bar after that to drop some stuff on.
Sorry.
Washington decides to change, and he gets offered a $6 million deal
Wow.
with the guy's name on his back.
When did this happen?
Huh? Oh, this happened last week.
I am Zoltar, the great gypsy, and I can see your fortune. Come see it too, no?
It's like, well, you're just the center, or you're just the tackle, or you're just the blocking back, or whatever it's called, right?
Pardon me.
Huh? Oh. Break down the walls of faith in our lives so we have stronger faith, even more abundant in our lives, Father, and that you would be at the forefront of all of our thoughts and our ways, and that we would always be searching. Break down the walls of fear.
For every day, for every hour, for every minute we give you. You are all glory, Lord. Break down every wall that stands between us and you. We thank you, we praise you, for then is the kingdom and the power and the glory now and forever. Amen. Thank you.